and covered in my blood because I was on my period, and it smelled awful, and it was terrible, and it was the most embarrassed that I've ever felt, most disgusting I've ever felt about literally anything. I'm Googling furiously. I'm like, can you get pregnant from sperm that's inside of a condom that got stuck in you for 3 weeks, question mark?
And then at one point, he comes, right?
Nailed it.
And pulls out, and the condom's on him.
Oh no, where'd it go?
In my vagine.
Oh, it happens to the best of us.
It's never happened to me before.
Oh, really?
Or him. Has it happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about it?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you and everyone who listened to this, but it's gonna have to be our little secret.
Okay.
We're not telling anybody else.
Sir.
So one New Year's, I was very drunk, and I was sad because I was recently out of a relationship, and that was not my choice. And so I was very eager to have sex that night.
Obviously.
So I really did not want to be out of this relationship. And I just wanted to have sex to validate that I was hot and I could get it.
Totally.
It was also New Year's, and I was like, I can get really drunk. This is going to be so much fun. And I achieved all of my goals that night. I got really drunk. I hooked up with this guy who was really hot. I felt really good about myself. I was like going into, this year with a bang. I don't remember what year it was. And the next morning I remember waking up and being like, oh, my stomach like really hurts. Like I don't feel well. And I thought I was pregnant, and I just like wasn't really sure what was happening. And after like a week or so, that feeling went away. And then I want to say like two weeks later, I went to the bathroom, and I thought I heard something like fall into the toilet, and it was the used condom, still full of sperm, and covered in my blood because I was on my period, and it smelled awful, and it was terrible, and it was the most embarrassed that I've ever felt, most disgusting I've ever felt about literally anything. I'm Googling furiously. I'm like, can you get pregnant from sperm that's inside of a condom that got stuck in you for 3 weeks, question mark?
You were or not on birth control?
I was not on birth control.
Fuck.
And not only that, but like I felt like the most disgusting, haggard slut woman in the entire world. But I did a bunch of Googling. This does happen to other people, and like it wouldn't be like it is not uncommon for a condom to come off during sex. And it can come off inside of you, and like I wasn't fucking anyone else at that time, so I didn't know, no one else knew, and it was just like stuck up inside of me.
And he didn't notice. Maybe he was so
also
drunk.
really drunk.
Right.
So yeah, I have had a condom come off during sex, and it did get stuck inside of me.
That's so scary, dude.
I know.
It like the condom.
I felt disgusting.
I don't think it's gross because like I've even seen it in media, or maybe I've heard stories of people like going to the hospital and then a doctor like pulling out like multiple condoms.
People get weird things lost inside of them all the time, and like I am fine. Like I went and got I took a pregnancy test. I got my STI checks.
I just like can't even imagine the anxiety of.
Oh my god, me!
Yeah.
I skipped all of my classes for the next 2 days, and I was like in mourning. I was like, no one talk to me. Laugh, please laugh. I was like, I can't tell the story to sad eyes. I need to feel like it's okay.
I'm sorry. It's just because like that's the fact
so
that you
not
weren't on birth
me.
control and the semen was literally inside you for 3
But
weeks.
it was inside of a condom though.
Yeah.
So
with a little bow on it.
Yeah, it was like just like tied up in there. And so I went from being like, oh my god, this year is like the best, starting with a bang, to being like starting with me being a literal disgusting woman. We're gonna have to do a redo on this one. So
if anyone has stories about condoms getting stuck inside you, we would also love to read those.
Send us an email.
Yeah.
Send us an email, ballsdeep@ballessa.co. I don't want to feel alone. We'll start a like support group.
A Facebook group.
But yeah, so yep, still have never been pregnant, so that I know of. I don't know.
I guess a baby miscarriage.
Yeah.
Oh, like literally, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
So it both had never happened to us, but because I've like heard about it so much, I was like chill, and I was like, oh, just stick your finger in me and get it out, bitch.
Yeah, like, thank you. You put it in there, you get it out.
So he just like went inside digging, took it out. Great. And then that the come and gone thing, so they've actually rebranded it as Awkward Essentials, and
I think we might have talked about this because that is a much better name. Come and gone's a terrible name, and yeah.
So he had sent me a TikTok about Awkward Essentials, and he's like, did you know about this? I was like, yeah, I worked with them before. So I have a whole bag of the popsicle like cum sponges, basically you shove in your vagina. And I had been trying to get Rachel to use them for a while because I am not in a relationship, so I always use condoms, or for the majority of the time. But I finally got to use it, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a tampon, except it absorbs differently. So 2 firsts for me, and then he Venmo'd me immediately $50
really
to buy the
sweet.
Plan B.
Oh, you covered the whole
Yeah.
bill.
Should
That's
I
nice.
have offered to split it?
If there was like a discussion about it, I would have been like, don't worry about it, I'll pay for half. But if he just like of his own volition sent you the money, I'd just be like, thank you so much, like I really appreciate it, I'll get it next time. You know?
That's so funny. I'm gonna text him that after.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay, and on that note, so I went to CVS literally, or not CVS, like my local pharmacy to get Plan B, and I got
got the off-brand.
Yes, I got the off-brand, which was like $5 cheaper. She didn't ask me about my weight or anything, so there was no discussion about it, although I don't...
Well, they're not doctors.
No, but you know, I think we've talked about this like mad long ago about how about Plan B.
Plan B is only effective if you're like under what, 170?
Yeah, it's like your BMI has to be 30 or less. And some people will be given this not knowing that, I think it's fine, and then like have a situation. So I just walked in there. I was like, hey, do y'all have Plan B? There was a man in there, but I didn't give a fuck. And she was like, yeah, girl. Yeah. Gave it to me, and bada bing, bada boom. So easy.
And now we're taking it live on the podcast.
Live, baby.
Live from Balls Deep. It's Arielle's Plan B.
Balls Deep and Plan B. Do I bite it? No, I just swallow it,
No,
right?
it's not a vitamin.
It's not.
It's like a Flintstones vitamin.
I take 2 every morning.
Nice.